So today I'm in a very patriotic county, Staffordshire, in the UK. I actually live here myself, and I'm here to see the old house of a very famous rock star. He's very much in the news for the wrong reasons at the moment, unfortunately, but this is a clue as to the identity of this rock star. He developed and pretty much created a genre of music, and we are about 10 minutes away from a house he used to live in the 1970s, and as we progress our way down this road here, we'll get to the house. I'm going to pull up quite short of the house because I don't want to disturb the present occupants. They are quite nice, but I should think they are being disturbed quite a lot of late, so I want to make it as covert as possible, shall we say. See you soon. So this used to be the pub. This used to be the pub that was frequented by Ozzy Osbourne. They've turned it into a couple of very, very attractive cottages now. Like I said, they are occupied, so I won't film for too long. But this is covert filming from my car, but that's where the pub used to be, in very close proximity to where Ozzy Osbourne used to live. So there are lots of photos of Ozzy outside this cottage. Have you guessed the name yet? Yes, Bullrush Cottage it was called. I'm just round the corner from its location. There are photos of Ozzy at the back and in the front of Bullrush Cottage, donning a shotgun. Also, there's quite a famous photo of him with a bale of hay. I will put these photos in the video over my rambling, but I will be stood very soon in the same spot where Ozzy Osbourne stood. It's quite a unique feeling. I've already driven past and the courtyard is full of cars, so it's definitely occupied. Like I said, I'm not going to disturb them. If somebody sees me, I might chance my luck, but I should think they've been bothered quite a bit at this present time, so I'm not going to disturb them tonight. But this will be a walk past and a film past, and I'll get some photos as well. See you later. So I've just been to see the owners, and absolutely lovely. They don't mind me taking photos of the external of the house. This is pretty much where Ozzy stood. In this place, he had a gun in his hand, and as you can see, I'm going to keep the camera low because I have been told not to photograph the actual house. Bullrush Cottage. This is where Mr. Osbourne used to live. That is a very distinctive chimney breast, which I'm sure you all know. The horse ride up to the pub would be that way, so if you can imagine Ozzy on horseback up there, or in a golf buggy, or rather a riding lawnmower, driving up there and crashing on several occasions, I'm sure. But this is history, folks. This is history of the late, great Ozzy Osbourne. So as we walk up Butt Lane, the arsehole of the universe, as Ozzy used to say, on the left hand side here is Bullrush Cottage. Very distinctive chimney breast. That's what gives it away. Bullrush Cottage. A very historical place. So we've just been to Ozzy's house in Staffordshire, Ozzy's old house that he lived in the early 70s. What an experience. It was, yeah, very emotional, actually standing in the same spot that Ozzy Osbourne stood in the early 70s. He, as you know, he passed away last month, and where better place to come to pay homage than his old house, literally 15 minutes away from where I live. I did not realise it was so close, but it's down the road, as your mum used to say. Anyway, it's all done now. Just thought I'd do a little outro. Look at the beautiful scenery around here. You can imagine Ozzy on his white horse riding around the fields here. You can also imagine him off his face on whatever, on his ride on lawnmower. The pub used to be that way. The pub was up there, and it's now 2 cottages. I did take a couple of shorts and a couple of photos, so they will feature in this video at some point. But just wanted to sort of also say thank you for your support so far. I'm really enjoying what I do. Like I say, it's not my main job. This is my hobby, should we say. But I've had a lot of support. The Ozzy tribute was fantastic. I went down to Birmingham and filmed all the tributes. That was amazing. Like I say, they've now gone. Sharon has those now. Hopefully they will bring her some comfort and her family. But yeah, posted one about Lemmy the other day. That's the statue up in Burslem. I've got more Beatles stuff to post. I've got a couple of Elvis things to post. Manchester music, a lot more rock. I'm going to cover all genres of music. Queen, David Bowie, Eddie Cochran from the 50s, all sorts. Please do leave in the comments so anything you would like me to feature. Peace out, or as Ozzy would say, rock on. Well, I said that was it, but then something else happens. Let me take these off, because I do look like Elton John. I was just watching back what I've recorded, and a farmer and a trailer pulled up, and I thought, oh, here we go, I'm in trouble. He's going to take a forklift to my car. But no, he asked if I had a drone to start with, and I told him that I'm not really into drones, I don't really like them. And then he said, why are you here? And his wife said, I bet it's for Ozzy. And I said, yeah, it is. I'm a bit of a music historian, introduced myself. He's lived here for 44 years. He knew Ozzy. He used to babysit Thelma's kids. He has pulled Ozzy out of a ditch on many an occasion, he said. Drunk, he pulled his Rolls Royce out of a ditch on several occasions. He pulled him out of a ditch drunk. He pulled him out of a ditch because he'd gone off on his lawnmower. He knew Ozzy. It's amazing. The world is full of mortals, but we push certain people up to a higher plane. But at the end of the day, we're all just people who fall in ditches. And he's pulled our particular man out of a ditch on many an occasion. Bye again. For good this time. Well, until the next video.